Hey YouTube, I'm back again. See, I told you I was gonna come back. I was coming back. It is very early in the morning for me, and it is unfortunately a day I have to go to work tonight. So, again, with a quick video. I know my videos aren't quick, but they're quick because I can talk. I can talk forever. But today, I guess I want to do a little something different. Based off of my last video, just give you guys like I guess like a chronicles of being a new sirens are in the background. Sorry, but of being a new nurse. Just give you guys like a perspective. I'm not gonna say the perspective, but because everyone's just different, but a perspective. So we'll just get straight to it, right? Right? All right, let's get it. So, being a new nurse, what can I not say? It is anxiety driven. It is frustrating at times. I think I've cried maybe about 10 or 12 times, 10 to 12 times thus far. I've already gotten fussed at by a resident. I've already made errors. My people survived. No harm was done, but I have made errors that could have like went bad if I wasn't paying attention. So I guess that means I wasn't paying attention. I don't know. But look, what I'm trying to say is mistakes will happen. You will probably cry. You will probably get fussed at, but that is okay because at the end of the day, you're learning, right? So through my eyes, I still struggle with my anxiety, but it has gotten better. I've gotten more comfortable. My preceptor has allowed me to do more things on my own. So now that I'm in my last week of orientation, I'm pretty much doing everything on my own, which at first I was intimidated by and frustrated with, but now it's like, oh, I got it. It's fine. Like everyone thought I was off anyway. They're like, how many more weeks do you have? It seems like you're already off. I'm like, no, I had such and such weeks left or whatever, but we've come to that time. How do I feel about being on my own this upcoming week? Nervous sometimes, but I remind myself that, hey, I've been doing good so far without my preceptor intercepting a lot from week 1 to now. And like I said in my previous video, I've had 16 weeks. Some residency programs you get 12, you get more than 16 in others depending on your specialty. Since mine has ICU-based care for some of our patients, I had 16. So now that we're in the 16th week, I feel sometimes nervous, sometimes okay, sometimes whatever. I don't know if that makes sense, but by the time you get closer to your last few weeks, maybe like the last 4 weeks, last 3 weeks, you should be doing everything on your own. And I'm not saying you should, but try to. Just give it a try, just to be like, hey, you know, if I miss anything, check on it. But just let me try to run through this myself first and see how it goes, especially if you've had a very hands-on preceptor, because although they are great and they are like lifesavers, when they're gone, and then it's just you. So if you haven't had that moment of altercation, I wouldn't say altercation, but like confrontation with one of your patients are upset about something, or you don't know why that this med got changed and they want to know why this med got changed. If you don't go through those issues kind of on your own, you're gonna have more anxiety when you finish, and you have to be on your own. So I would say, you know, that has been a blessing for me to at least be pushed out there in the water and having to learn how to swim, but being thrown a floaty every now and then when I was sinking like real bad. Um, Originally, I was going to quit after like the third month came. I was like, you know what? I don't think I'm built for this. This isn't even what I was searching for to do. I was going to be a NICU nurse or working with babies, but this was not what I was going to do by any means necessary. When I tell you, like, I ended up here in the most odd way, I did. And I don't know if I had told you guys this story, but I did end up at my job at an odd way. I wouldn't say, let me not use the term odd. Let me say a blessing in disguise. That's it. A blessing in disguise is what I had. So, but I was going to leave. I'm like, you know what? I'm out. I am out for the count. You can count me out. And I started applying to other facilities, thinking that, you know, it might be a little easier, aka I'll be back in the training. I don't have to worry about being on my own yet, and that fear can subside for a little while longer. Well, I would have to learn that facility's protocols. I would have to learn that facility's way of doing things. I would have to learn a lot more stuff. Maybe their electronic medical record. I'm going to have to learn that all over again. And it was like, do I really want to go through all of that again when I just got this down pat? I literally got the electronic medical record for my facility down pat this month. It has taken me 3 months to have it kind of like this for the basic stuff, not even the more advanced stuff that you can do on that thing, but just to at least chart, see my patients' medications and see what's going on with them, what's scheduled for them to have today, order like maybe a commode or a CPAP machine. Those are the things I learned how to do. That thing can do a lot more things, but I learned the basics just to get me by for my patients and myself. However, I would have to do all of that over again. And I was like, you know, I don't really want to, and I probably will be getting paid more at this particular place that I was going to actually go, but it just wasn't worth it. And I realized I was running from my fear, and I would continue to run if I don't just stick it through. And I had a lot of great voices in my head, and not just in my head, but like talking to me, people talking to me about it. So I stayed. I stayed and I'm sticking it out, and we will see how we are after next week when I am all on my own. Do I expect to be great by the time I'm off orientation? No, and I have to remind myself of that because I am naturally a perfectionist, and if I don't do something right, I always like criticize myself the hardest. Is there anybody else that's like that will criticize yourself the hardest? Because I am definitely up there. I'm all the way up there. So far, that's my mindset of being a new nurse. I still can't believe I have the RN behind my name. I still feel like a tech sometimes, and there's nothing wrong with being a tech, FYI, or CNA, FYI. There's nothing wrong, or nurse's aide, FYI. They work their butts off. I know, I remember. Working your butt off was definitely should have been a part of the description at the bottom, in all caps, bolded. So sometimes I do feel like that because I know like that I know how to do that, but I don't know how to do this nursing thing, and it's still something I'm learning. And I get like the 6 months to a year to get it down pat, but I'm like, bro, like I need it faster than that. I need to know what I'm doing because when these people start clapping back at me, I want to clap on back at them, but I can't until I learn what I'm doing. So it is what it is, I guess. We will see, but I'll try to give you guys an update like a journey update, mindset update throughout this process. Hopefully till next March of 2022, when I've completed my first year, and we will see where my mind is, whether I'm comfortable there or I'm ready to explore other options, which in my mind right now, I'm ready to explore other options a year from now. So I don't plan on staying in the hospital forever, but I definitely wanted that experience because a lot of the nurses that I personally know don't really do hospitals, and I understand why. But I did want to at least try, at least give it a shot. It's driving me nuts. It is. It is so too much sometimes. I'm like, you know what? I'm over this. This is just too much. But other times I'm like, nah, if I ain't here, who else gonna do it? Who else gonna make these people okay? Like, I got to fight for these people. This is my patient. I got to make sure you straight. And even if you aren't, you're on my unit. You got to be straight, all right? As best as I can. So my mind is like that at least 70% of the time. The other 30% is just like, that, yeah, that explains it. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, so I will try to take you guys on a journey with me as much as I can. And like I said, I'm going to try to do videos a lot more, but depending on my mindset, my mental status, we might have to take a break every now and then. So please forgive me for future reference. Yeah. If you have any questions, like particularly about, being the nurse and what you do as the nurse, and or just about what I do, because I don't see a lot of videos on transplant nurses on YouTube. I actually don't see any videos on transplant nurses on YouTube unless they're like OR nurses, but like the aftercare, the post-op and the pre-op nurse is me of transplant. So if you want to learn more about transplants and whatnot, let me know. I would definitely make that video. I'll definitely make that video. All you do is got to let me know. All you do is got to let me know. Haha. So corny sometimes. Alright, you guys. I will see y'all in the next video. And like and comment. Give me like a little subscribe button down there below if you want to see more. You know what I'm saying? Alright. Bye.